Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's going to be a bit more of a relaxing vlog. I'm just watering some flowers here. They're my boyfriend's mom's flowers, but I'm helping out for today. Today's vlog is going to be a Draw With Me series, and I'm just going to show you and take you along with how I use Procreate and also how I drew the print for my patrons this month, so I really hope you enjoy. The weather here in California is so nice, so it was nice to get a little bit of gardening done before I start work. Let's get drawing. I'm just going to open up my iPad and I'll take you straight to my Procreate, and I will take you over to my screen so you can see more clearly how I go about my art process. So here I've laid down my base sketch. I sketched this about a day ago, and I usually start with the base sketch sort of penciled in with the 6B pencil. So I combine all of the sketch layers, and I like to turn the opacity to around 30%. This acts as a little tracing layer, and on the top I'm just going to pencil in again a more detailed layer of what I actually want my print to look like, again with the 6B pencil. I love this part of the process because I can really play around with ideas and formulate more of what I want the final print to look like. I'm just going to be tracing over some of the basic lines and then add in as many details as I want. This month's theme is a little frog theme. I thought it would be really cute for June. I also have drawn a little sticker sheet that you can see on my Instagram, but it's a little frog bakery. Along the way, you'll sort of see me change some things around if I want to make something different. I actually changed these leaves that I'm drawing right now to lily pads later on to match my frog theme. I'll speed up the sketch process here a little bit just to take you through. I did end up adding a lot of little details in this print, so you'll be able to see how I sort of layer those and also finalize the base sketch that I'm going to put my color on. I was inspired by Kiki's Delivery Service Bakery for the sort of cozy vibes of this print. I love Kiki's Delivery Service and Studio Ghibli movies in general, so I really wanted to create a little cozy, warm atmosphere for my little frog, Froppy, to be baking his little bread in. I love this part of my drawing process because it really allows me to explore my creativity and also add in little details that I wouldn't have thought of before. Drawing for me is a really organic process. It's very therapeutic, and I also love coming up with different things along the way based on how I'm feeling at that moment, and sometimes I do get a lot of artist block. And when I do have those moments, I'll try to look for moments of inspiration, and this one's inspiration, as I was saying before, was Kiki's. As you can see, sometimes partway through this part of my art drawing process, I do zoom out and look at the whole print. And this is just to make sure that I don't get caught up too much with the little details. I am a very detail-oriented person, and that translates to my illustrations. Sometimes I get too nitpicky and try to fix all these little details, but it's a good process for me to zoom out and look at it as a cohesive whole, as that's what you guys will be seeing. So yeah. This is where I decided to change the leaves to lily pads. I decided that the leaves looked a little bit too round. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but I added the lily pads in a sort of terraced way, and it actually added some dimension to the top of the print, which I liked a lot more. I am nearing the end of this final sketch, and I decided to change the label to cursive. I just thought it looked a little bit more fancy and cute. The most important part of my process in Procreate are the layers, so you'll sort of see how I organize my layers, and for now I'm just going to choose a background color. I had to go through a lot of different colors. This one actually wasn't my final one, but it helps to sort of get some color on top of the background and formulate which color that I would like the best. I'm going to start on the color layer, so I am going to turn the opacity down to 30 again and start laying down some color. And this is a really fun process. It's one of my favorite parts. I'm using the ink pen. And yeah, let's get started. When I lay down the color, I outline the areas that I would like to fill color, and then I will drag the color icon from the top right circle straight into the closed line that I had just created. This is a really easy process and it streamlines everything really well. My rule of thumb is I usually create a new layer for each different color that I use, and this helps me keep track of which colors are on top of which. I decided to go through many different background colors again, and this is the one that I went with the final print, and I actually liked this one the best because it's creamy green and it's just light enough so that it creates a nice contrast with the other colors that I will lay on top. For those who are wondering how to make really smooth lines with the pen, I raise the streamline properties of the brush, and the way to do that is drag right on the brush, and you can edit it from there and rack up the streamline to about 60% is what I have my ink pen at currently. I thought it would be nice if some of the lily pads were a darker green to create some more depth and contrast, so I will now go on with the darker color. When I'm finished with the group of layers that I think go well together, I will drag right on the main one and then drag right on the rest, and this groups them together. And it makes it really easy for me to go back and make some edits, and that's a very specific part of my image. I'll rename this leaves for now. looking back at my recording now, I'm realizing that I am drawing opposite of how I usually do. Usually I will put in bigger blocks of color, but I guess these little baguettes really just drew my attention. So I guess we're starting with the baguettes. And as I explained before, I'm just going to outline the areas of color I would like and drag the color right in. So it's honestly a very nice and easy process. And as you can see, I will just add little pieces of detail and dimension to these little items that make them pop from the page. Here I skipped forward a little bit, as it is the same process as I've shown you before, and from here I'll continue to lay on even smaller details. And for these lines, I made a little clipping mask, and you can choose that option by clicking left on that layer and choosing clipping mask. And this means that when you draw on top of that layer, it will only draw on top of that layer. I wanted to make Froppy his own group of layers, so I'll group this one and rename it. I wanted to rename it Froppy, but for now I guess I just put Frog. And yeah, pretty much from here, that is my whole process of how I organize my layers and use brushes on Procreate. So from now on, I hope you enjoy this little drawing session. Feel free to be drawing and doodling on your own as well. And drop down in the comments if you're working on anything, and I would love to take a look at them. I'm just adding some last minute details here. I wanted to add a little cute bamboo border. So this is what I'm doing right here. And this is the last finishing touch for this print. I really hope you enjoyed watching this whole process. I have really had a lot of fun drawing this print, and I am so excited to get it out to you guys. Thank you so much to all my patrons, and yeah, this is the final print. Stick around for a little bit more to find out more about the sponsor for today, Squarespace. I personally have been using Squarespace for 2 years now. I'd started off as my main shop page, and now I'm using it for my patrons for their patron exclusive shop. So this is a little sneak peek at what it looks like. I absolutely adore the Squarespace website. I'm excited to walk you through my little page. This little logo that I'm circling is one that I designed years ago, and I've kept it. I love the customizability of the page, and this is the About page. So one thing that I love about the Squarespace website for creators is that you can make your own page tabs, plus link your socials down in the bottom, which I find really, really helpful for my patrons to be able to navigate easily. And let me take you over to my shop page. This is my absolute favorite design, so I stuck with one of the templates that Squarespace provides, but it's extremely customizable. All the fonts I did myself, and you can control which products are available, how much inventory, what price you want to set it at. There's just a lot of different features for people to use when you choose to use Squarespace. This is what customers will see when they click on the very specific product, and I do still have to go in and edit some prices here and there, but for now, I just love how clean everything looks. It's easy for my customers to navigate as well. I will show you the features that Squarespace provides if you want to edit the page. It's really easy to work in blocks. You're able to customize very much however you would like. There's site styles, you can change the colors of the page, and you can really manipulate anything that you can think of on this site. So that is one of the greatest features that I really appreciate about Squarespace. I love this commerce tab that they provide for business profiles on Squarespace. I use it a lot, and it shows you the recent orders that you have and also ways to increase my sales. So Squarespace as a whole for a commerce business website is extremely streamlined and easy to use, and I find it really helpful. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready, go to my unique URL squarespace.com/bluecitrus to receive 10% off for your first purchase of a website or a domain. Thank you so much.